of all, I want to thank Reverend Annie for creating a space for teaching and imparting all those who come to her, and for the ministry for being there for all of us as we learn through this. For me, I took a coaching class just before I did the inner healing, and as we got to the place of barriers in coaching, I felt the need to learn more about inner healing, plus things that God had spoken to me about, inner healing, that I didn't understand how I was going to walk in that place. And immediately after I was just searching through the internet, and I found Reverend Annie and inner healing. And I looked at all the topics that she was teaching, and I knew that that's where I needed to go. And that's how I ended up signing up and telling Haiti about it. As I went through the inner healing, I thought before I started the class that the 2 years prior to that had been intense in warfare, but boy, did I not know what was coming. As I started the class, the warfare just kept on increasing. As I watched my daughter battle through mental health, as a single mom, with no family around me, and how intense that was. And ending up in the hospital one time in January. I went through COVID right after that. And she was sick and she was battling other health issues, and we were in and out of Cincinnati Children's Hospital. And it was so intense, and it has been very intense. But through this inner healing, the things that I knew, God brought a deeper understanding and of understanding the roots and the fruits of what I was facing. And one of the things that he had spoken to me was through my daughter's trials, he was going to teach me to stand, fight, and defeat the enemy. And we don't always choose how God teaches us, because he chooses. And when it gets personal, when it gets to be your child, there's something that rises up deep inside you to stand up and fight. And this class equipped me to get to those places where I could bind things, cast out demons and spirits out of my child when she was sleeping, walking and praying. And all these things that I didn't know even that I had in me were being birthed through the intensity of the warfare that I was receiving and through the classes. And as I walked in that place, I knew even when I came through class and nobody knew what I was going through, as I went to work and nobody knew what I was going through, and God was telling me, you walk by faith and not by sight. And even though I did not see what he was doing, he assured me that he was working, and that he had me surrounded and he had my daughter surrounded. And even through that, he told me, I will reconcile your daughter to me, and I will reconcile her to herself, and I will reconcile her to you, and I will give her back to you as a sister in Christ. And even now, I'm starting to see some of those things that he spoke to me. But what he has done in me is through the intensity of the warfare and through the class, and taught me so many things that I now am equipped to be able to speak to others and impart to others. And I'm just thankful for going through the class and being able to I know now why he brought me to do the class at the time that he brought me to do it, because I needed it, and I needed to, and I thought I was equipped and I thought I was ready, but there's another level that came through all of it as the intensity of the warfare just became so intense. Through the prophetic school, I learned things about, interpreting my dreams, and just discernment, that has equipped me to understand my dreams more, or even to help others with their dreams more. So I'm just so thankful for everybody in this class and for all that I've learned in it. I wasn't going to share my testimony. I'd already written and shared it to the school, but we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And I was not going to let the devil put fear in me, because that is one of the things that he's taken from me through this last few months, is that God has taken me. I thought I didn't have fear. I'd conquered fear in so many ways, but you know what? He revealed some fear that was in me, some shame and some guilt, and he washed it away from me. So I stand and walk in boldness, and testifying of his goodness. Thank you.